Hey guys, this is Grid Autosport, the newly launched Grid Autosport, and this is a gameplay walkthrough video where I'm gonna take you through each and every step that you need to fulfill to get a glimpse of what the game is about. And we're gonna start from the very beginning. We're gonna start a new game, and it gives us an autosave warning, which we don't really need. And we're gonna create a new save data over here. And after you have done that, it will tell you to wait for a couple of seconds, and when it's done, it takes you to main menu. Here you have career, you have the online version of the game, the custom cup, split screen for if you have two controllers and want to play with a friend, someone else, you can do that. Options and extras, where you can go for downloading some content and changing the game settings, tweaking some game stuff. And the DLC store, where we actually go ahead and download the games, the different other customable features of the game. We're gonna go ahead and press on career, and with career you have all these kind of seasons. Actually, what Grid is all about, it just gives you that, like all these features, all different models of cars which you can drive on, all different ground courses, and at the same time different types of events which you can take part in. And there are, and this is a basic intro of the game, and you can watch that once you get the game, but I'm just gonna skip it right now because it takes a lot of time and I don't want to see that. And I believe it can't be skipped. Nope, it can't be skipped, so you gotta watch that. And it starts off with a race. So it's a Sunday and it starts off with a race. Now this race is not mandatory, you can just and even the settings are not controlled over here, so it's I don't feel comfortable driving with WASD. I drive with the arrow keys. So at the same time, if you're comfortable with that, you can always use WASD. And this race is simply not mandatory, so you can just end this session. That's well and good. You don't have to continue with this session. And when you end the session, it comes up with another another video, and there is a girl who is going to talk about the different features of the game and the different things you can do. You can drive Formula 1 cars, you can drive rally cars, you can drive different models of some great cars are there, and you can all do that. But it's just a video, I'm just going to skip that. Oh god, you can't even skip that. No, you can't. No, you can't. Alright, now yeah, now these are the different kinds of events you can take part in: touring, open wheel, endurance, tuned, and street. So it's a pretty variety. It's a varied game, and you have lots of features in it. It's a feature-rich game, and so let's just let this load up, and you can set your phone name of the player as, I'm gonna set it as YouTube. And confirm that a surname can be video, YouTube video, and the age, it can be anything, like you can select something 50 plus or maybe under 16. I'm gonna go ahead with 21 to 30. Nationality, you can choose any nationality you want. I'm gonna go ahead with the preset American, and you go for the male names, and you get a preview over here, and that's F1. And I'm gonna go with Aaron because it's just a video that I'm going to do. And alright, now connection refused. Now difficulty level, you can select any kind of difficulty level. So it's just a video, I'm just gonna go at very easy, but I'm gonna change this. The stability control should be off, the steering assist should be off, and that's it. You are ready to go, and you're gonna go with start new season. and you can choose any of the different seasons, touring or endurance or open wheel or tuner or street or the grid series, which you have to unlock first. So I'm gonna go ahead with street. And we go ahead with, these are the available championships we have. These are the locked ones which you unlock after you proceed to the game. Go ahead and select the cup that you want, and then these are the team offers. These are the offers that are being provided to you, and you have different kinds of objectives which you need to complete under a team. Suppose for Racer Motorsport, you have you have the offers. These are the sponsor objectives. You gotta change it with F3 and F4. And when you go to sponsor objectives, you have, so you lead for a lap during a race event, and that would give you XP. Now what this XP does is it actually enhances your level. So the more XP you have, the more higher level you go, and at the same time that unlocks more and more events at the same time. So I'm gonna go with Razor because I've already done Razor in another version. Sorry, in the touring part, in the touring event. I'm gonna go ahead with Razor and accept the contract. And the season comes up, season 1, and the next event is a hot hatch street race, and that's the circuit. That's the small circuit, 1.4 miles, San Francisco. And alright, now this is San Francisco, and we're gonna qualify. It doesn't have a qualify, I suppose. No, it doesn't have a qualify. So just gonna practice for 10 minutes practice time. We're not gonna practice for 10 minutes, just gonna get a hang of the track. Alright, now let's just go ahead and play the game. Now this is not mandatory. You can always skip practice. And alright, I forgot to change the settings to the arrow keys, so I'm just gonna go ahead and change the controls to arrow keys because that is suitable for me. Alright, now that's done, and we saved that. That's automatically saved. Continue, and we're gonna reset the vehicle. We're gonna return to the paddock area because when it opens up, when I press escape, it opens up, and I cannot take the turn because it's already the WASD stuff. So I'm just gonna begin from the very beginning. Alright, now here we go. And always, once again, the practice is not mandatory. You can always skip that. And here we go. Now the game is simply fantastic, because it just my driving is not that good, but once you get the hang of it, now the braking assist, I suppose, is on because it's the backlight it's braking even if I don't want it to. I don't know why that's happening. I'm gonna go to the paddock area and go to the configuration, and hopefully I'll change that. Let's go the difficulty settings, I suppose. Custom traction control, I don't want that. ABS, I don't know what the fuck that does, but I'm just gonna keep it on. Steering assist, cornering assist, that's the thing. Cornering assist, I'm gonna turn that off. And this traction control, I believe it was on. Alright, now let's just go ahead and go to the practice area for one more time. Now this is what the practice area is good for. You can actually tweak your gameplay to suit your needs, and at the same time you get an overview of the track, and that makes it suitable for you when you go actually in the race. Yeah, now it doesn't want to brake whenever it wants. I brake according to my wish. And another feature of the game, which looks like it is a bit of a a trick, I suppose, which doesn't happen in real life. But then again, none of this happens in real life. But the thing is that when you press backspace, it takes you to a location which you earlier were, and what that does is it helps you to avoid a crash. So suppose if I go ahead and crash here, I can always press backspace to take me to a better location, and then I press backspace again to resume that, and then I can take the corner in a perfect manner. So there you go. Now that's the practice. Now what I'm gonna doing, fuck, I didn't see the road. I didn't get a view of the road. My god, that's a long turn, man. That's a long turn. So alright, now I'm done with practice. I've had an overview of what the track is. I didn't even complete a lap, but I did get an overview because I got, you know, foresight. So I gotta go at a race and 4 laps race, and I will always be on the last position. I don't know why. You get to qualify when you're doing endurance. When I played endurance, I get to qualify, but here I don't know. They haven't had the option of qualifying. So now there's certain tricks to this game. Suppose when I go into the corner, all these guys will brake pretty fast, but I won't. And what I do is I'll actually, that didn't occur that time, but what I do is I take the help of the other cars, and that helps me to brake and at the same time make the turn. But these street cars are way too fuckingly awesome. I don't know why. God. And you guys might be thinking that I'm pretty bad at racing, but that's not the thing, because it's just this street gameplay I'm not used to. There you go. Now I'm back to 12th. I was at 12th and I'm back to 12th. So this game is, I don't know, I think it's a great game. Basically it's a great game because there you see the backspace is really helpful, and it's a bit of a cheat, I suppose. Right, so you got to see what the game is like, because I don't want to dishonor myself more by continuing in this fashion. So I'm just gonna quit that. So the races, the more races you complete, the more XP you gain. And when you gain the XP, by the way, that was not my computer, it was just the game system. So I retired, I did not finish. Well, that's what I wanted to do. But the more games you play, the more races you complete, you get this XP. And by the way you get the XP is by completing the sponsor objectives. And when you complete the sponsor objectives, you gain the XP, and what that does is that increases your level, and more level means you get to apply for more new races. So now if you wanna cut this out and go for a new event, go to, other than the street, you can always go for endurance or touring, or say the open season, whatever. There are different kinds of events. So let's just say I want to go to the, it will take you to the paddock area. That's here, and I don't want to do this. I want to leave the event. That's save and quit. So it automatically saves your progress when you quit the game. And now let's just say I want to start a new season. And are you sure you start to cancel your existing season? Yes, I want to do that. And then you can always try the open wheel or the tuner or the street. The grid series you cannot do because you haven't completed yet. Let's just say you want to go for open wheel. And in open wheel you get this Formula 1 cars, and you go for this first event, and once again you take Race Sport. But there are other options also. You can always check Intel's providing you one. I'll go with Intel. Accept the contract and start up this season, and so that's the way you actually play Grid Autosport. There are lots of things to try out, lots of different, it's a varied game, and it's gonna provide you days of unlimited action, unlimited racing, because if you want to complete the game, you gotta complete all these seasons. And there you go, that's qualify. So I'm gonna qualify. Let's just see how the how the car is, and I haven't tried it out yet, so I've just tried touring on this game. So this is all very new. It's just like for you, it's just the same for you and me, because I've never tried it out before. God almighty, I don't want to do that, man. I don't want to do that. Finish qualifying, man. So that's actually the way you kind of play the game, and that's a walkthrough on how to play the game. You can always, post your comments, and if you have any difficulty, I'll always get back to you. Thank you for watching, and bye bye. Subscribe, and see ya.